قال الله والله Yahweh Hashem Yoshai B'Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule and teach well, peace and salutation to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And brother Manat Shalom. This video I was really inspired by the brother from Birmingham, Alabama. In his page is Mysteries of the Kingdom. Alright. I don't know the brother name per se. I don't know, as I've said before, I don't know if he's elder in Birmingham, Alabama, or the head of the camp or whatever. But to have you, I think so. I would like to think so. But nevertheless, it was, it's an excerpt I take from, for lack of better words, I took from his video. The video that he did was The Promises Until Immortality. Right, and the first scripture I want to get is the last scripture he read. From that is what, inspired me to do this video. Scripture talking about wisdom of Solomon 8 and 16. It says, after I am come into mine house, I will repose myself with her. The word repose goes into lie or to be at rest, right? So it would read, after I am coming to my house, I will lie myself with her, I will rest myself with her. For her conversation had no bitterness, and to live with her had no sorrow, but mirth and joy. Right? Had no sorrow, but mirth and joy. Right? And the her there is symbolism of wisdom. Right? Symbolism of wisdom. Verse 17. Now, when I consider these things in myself and ponder them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality. Right? But pursuant to it say, to live with her had no sorrow but mirth and joy. Right? Isaiah 33 and 6. Knowledge and wisdom will be the strength and stability. Will be the stability of thy times and strength of thy salvation. So right? That is what it reads, right? Knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of your times. Right? Will secure you. You will not have sorrow. Well, if you don't feel sorrow and keep it stable, you go still have a bit of joy. Like how we have a bit of joy now. You understand? Even though we know we're not in power, even though we know we're being heavily persecuted, even though we know it's going to get worse. Yeah, even though we know it's going to get worse. Right? We know, so to say, what comes to all joy, boy. It's roughly paraphrasing. Come to all joy when men shall revile you. Something like that. That's roughly paraphrasing. But still, you understand? Had no sorrow but mirth and joy. Yes, we get upset. Yes, we vexed in our spirit every day, by the end of the day. We come to all joy because we know what is to come. We know what is to come, so it's our joy. Right? Verse 17, it says, now when I consider these things in myself and ponder them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality. Right? How to be what allied, meaning what a friend. You understand? A friend, a partner. You understand? Of wisdom. So you have wisdom, you're ruling with wisdom, in other words. You're allied unto wisdom. That is like part of your conglomerate. Wisdom is part of my, Yeah. You understand? I think we could Google the word ally. Hold on. Bear with me 1 minute. Alright. This is the definition for you. It's an ally. It says a state formally cooperating with another for military or other purpose, right? It says combine or unite a resource or commodity with another for mutual benefit. You understand? For benefit, right? To combine or unite. So when you combine or you're united with wisdom, yeah? what happens? You understand? You acquire what? Immortality. And not just any wisdom, but what? Wisdom of righteousness, but the wisdom of this world. You understand? Is nothing before the Most High. Right? And just to clarify that as well, you go to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 19 and 22, where it says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudent. So yeah, the knowledge of wickedness is not even wisdom, right? The same way the wisdom of this world is nothing before the Most High power. The knowledge of wickedness, knowledge of this system is nothing. You understand? Scripture talk about what he that had small understanding, but fear the, I feel we got it. I feel we got it. Alright? Because when we go to Sirach 1, because one might ask, how does one acquire wisdom then to pertain unto immortality, right? Yeah, that is the reasonable question. Okay, if it's any knowledge of wickedness is no wisdom, so then what wisdom we could possibly be talking about? Alright? The Sirach 1 12, it says, the fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. And we just read in Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 16. You understand? To live with her is what? No sorrow, but mirth and joy, right? Now, when we jump down to verse 20, it says, the root of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and the branches thereof are what? Long life. Immortality is what? Long life. Just like what it says in verse 12. Look at what it says here in verse 16. To fear the Lord is the fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with two fruits. Right? The fear of the Lord is how is the wisdom you have to acquire. That is where the wisdom will stem from, fear, the fear of the Lord. You start understanding the higher power that you serve, understanding your role in this time, and to do what he says. Doing what he says is a key part in his fear. You understand? Is a key part. You understand? The scriptures talk about what it is impossible to please him without faith. So you know you having faith is a must. Yeah? Not just work, but faith also, because if you do works without faith, then your works is in vain. You're going to fall off. You will be shown to be a fraud in due time. You understand? If you don't believe wholeheartedly, not even partially wholeheartedly. Yeah? And that's how we acquire wisdom, through the fear of the Lord. Like yeah, the precept I was paraphrasing, it leave me before I went to the Sirach where it talk something what Salaka, it left me. Trying to see if I can get it back in my mind now. Fear of the Lord is the root of all wisdom. Alright. Well, anyhow, let me move on. It's a fight to be like that, right? John 15 and 14. It says, well, ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. And this is Yahushai speaking, right? He says, you are my friends if you do whatever I command you. Verse 15, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. Right? But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. That is the wisdom. You understand? And here he say, ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I say. And then he say, I call you not servants, because the servant doesn't know what he Lord or master do. But I call you friends, and everything that I hear of my Father I make known unto you. So I will impart that wisdom unto you. You understand? And that is how we acquire immortality. Doing what Yahushua says to do. You understand? Using him as the standard, or as the locals would say, the yardstick, where you measure, you understand, where you measure your standard by. He is the standard. He is the measurement. You know, what we do, we use it as an example to live our everyday life. Understand? He will impart wisdom to us. Right? Our scripture talk about the Most High give it man wisdom frivolously or something slack, yeah. I butcher any precept, I'm butchering the precepts. Slack, yeah, I butcher any precept. Um, well, nevertheless, right? You know, bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can get a precept. Yeah, slack about that is in the book of James 1 and 5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Right? You ask of the Most High, but what you have to be doing what the Most High says to acquire that wisdom which leads thereto unto immortality. You see what I'm saying here? Right? So to, in other words, to not do or to go against Yahushai, you understand, is that. It is that, right? It is that. Scripture say, Yahushua say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You cannot come to the Father but by him. Is that a reason he say, I am the way, the truth, and the life? Right? There's a reason for that. Because what? You can't go to the Father but by him. So you have to you have to ask for that wisdom through him. Yeah, so to so if you're not using the name Yahweh, why Yahushai? If you're not doing what they say to do, if you're not on the highways sighing and crying constantly, if you're not, you know what I mean, if you take 20-year break or 6-year break, 6 month breaks and so on and all that bullshit, if you ain't weary in the name of the Musa, you know, if you ain't sighing and crying, you have no part in immortality, you know. And yeah, that is all I wanted to say on the topic that the brother bring up. Matter of fact, on the precept that the brother bring up, that is what I wanted to go into. So I hope it was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. But I would say Kalalal Wahawadla Yahweh Hashem Yoshai Hashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of the earth, pushing the sword in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Malat is asking Shalom.